In today's video, we're going to take a look at another knife from the folks at Milwaukee Tools. This one is the $15 smooth edge 6-inch installation knife. We're going to see how well this thing will function as some of that regular knife stuff coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. My name is Brian. Thanks for joining me. So as I said, today we're going to look at this Milwaukee knife. We looked at the double-edged duck board knife a few weeks ago, and that video was pretty popular. So I thought if you like to see that kind of stuff, I would buy this one. I picked this one up at my local Home Depot for like 15 something, 15.95. What is it? 16. Okay, I said 15 bucks. Actually 16 bucks. And we're going to check this one out. A couple things that are different about this one right off the bat, other than the blade shape. The double edge was made in the USA. This one is made in Taiwan. So a little bit of difference there. But let's talk about the specs of this thing real quick, and we get to doing some knife stuff. So it has a 6-inch blade, an overall length of 11.5 inches, and it weighs 4.3 ounces. Now, I'm going to show you. It says it's a full tang. Here's the picture on the package. So it's over molded, but the tang apparently is just as wide, with a couple of notches to cut to, I guess, to allow the molding to stick in, to, catch in there, to mold around it. But pretty strong looking thing there. Kind of a rounded handle, just for comfort. It feels really comfortable. A lanyard hole here, and it comes with this really super nice sheath that basically, as you see a little groove there on the handle. Can you see that little groove right there? It kind of barely snaps on. So it's just to protect the blade, basically. There's no belt loop or anything like that on it. You just stick this in your pouch or whatever, I guess, if you're doing insulation. But so it's an insulation knife for sure. So I know when I did the other knife, I called it a Milwaukee survival knife with a question in the title, and I got several people commented, that's a duck knife, idiot, or whatever. So I got it. Okay, this is an insulation knife. I get it. But you know what else it is? It's just a knife. So you don't have to cut insulation with it. There's no law that says you can't use this for other stuff. So we're going to do that right now. Let's get down to the old stump top and see about doing some of that knife stuff. Okay, so here is the Milwaukee smooth blade insulation knife, and it says the steel is stainless steel. I don't really know what that means. It just means it's stainless. It's probably a hollow grind. I can't really tell. If it is, it's not super hollow. So in the interest of science, I think we would be remiss if we didn't do the internationally standard test for sharpness, the redneck sharp test. So let's try that one first. Oh, tearing up my stump top here. Here's the testing medium. Let's just see. Oh man, I can tell it's sharp. Okay, look at that. All that higher there. See it? Okay, so it passed the sharp test. And honestly, if this thing's designed to cut fiberglass, it's got to be pretty sharp and pretty tough. So next, let's take my old notes here and try the old second international test, the paper cutting test. Okay. Okay. Pretty stinking sharp there too. So far it's passing the sharpness test. But since this is one of them there full tang knives, we're just going to go do the complete testing procedure on it. And man, I got this. This is a gnarly looking piece of wood. I don't know that it's betonable, but we're going to try. Okay, just for you. Let's move it back here. Maybe you can see it better. We'll just try it and see. It's kind of old and split, but let's just see. You want to? Let's do that. I mean, I think this might be a pretty big overkill for this thin blade, because it's pretty small tin. Wow. But oh man, hurting my hand. When I hit this end, this hand hurts because it's got a lot of shock on it. This is a solid piece of wood too. It's not wanting to go any further than this right here. And I think what's happening is this knot down here is holding it together, and it's just at the spring point now. I don't think it's going to come out of here, to be honest with you. I don't think it's going to continue, but I'm going to see if I can. Nah, she's done. That's as far as she's going, but she didn't. Man, she's in there too. Now I got to try and get it out. If I can get it out of the log, that's going to be the hard part. Let's try this. I have to hit on the edge a little bit. Okay, so didn't roll the edge at all. You can see that. Did not roll the edge at all. Can you see it? So, but we're going to call that a pass. It's tough as nails, and I knew that was going to be. I mean, that would be something almost hard for an axe to split, to be honest with you. So there's that. We're going to give that one a pass. And you can call me a cheater if you want to. I really don't care. What about just some regular old, good old-fashioned curls? You want to try that? See how well she does that. I mean, it should do okay because it's a really sharp knife. And I find if I hold it right up here, be very careful. Don't slide your finger up here. If I hold it back here, where the little finger groove is, a little finger groove in the handle right there, that's what I'm going to try to do. And it actually it's slight enough. I do have a pretty good bit of control there. Okay, we're going to stop because it's starting to get dark, and that means the video is going to get a little grainy, and I don't want that. So let me get the old fat wood out of storage, and we'll try some fat wood stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and try scraping with it, see how well it scrapes the back of it. See that? Man, oh yeah. And it's doing fine. Look at that. Man, I got to give this one. Oh yeah. So far, for an insulation knife, I know it's doing that regular old knife stuff pretty stinking good. You know what's next, right? I've got my small. This is the Exotac Poly Striker. I just happen to have this hanging around, so thought I would give it some air time and let it play a little bit because it's feeling neglected. Let's just see what happens. And bam, we got us a fire. So, man, so far, this sucker is rocking the house, man. But, you know, here at Survival on Purpose, we are all about the science. Okay, so I got to say, I am actually pleasantly impressed with the performance so far for this $16 fiberglass insulation knife. It's just man, I beat the heck out of it trying to baton it through a piece of wood that really shouldn't be batoned even with an axe. It did fine. Nothing broke. It didn't. I had to beat it out backwards, hitting on the edge. Didn't roll the edge or anything like that. I mean, I was trying to be careful, but still, you know, could have rolled the edge. It carves really good. It passed the redneck sharp test, the internationally renowned redneck sharp test with flying colors, a paper cutting test. It scrapes, it strikes a faro. You know, it does everything that I would want a knife to do, that I need a knife to do. Full tang, lightweight, strong, cheap. But like I said, we're all about the science here at Survival on Purpose. And one kind of make or break it test I like to do on fixed blades is the internationally standard test for aerodynamic balance using my balance, orientation, and rotation device, which is the international standard testing device, I'm sure. So I think we need to test this one, don't you? And as you know, of course, scientific method is critical. So we have to follow the proper scientific procedure. Whoop, 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 whoop. That one kind of hit about right here and messed me up. Then I've got Kuma the Wonder Dog trying to play fetch with a knife. I got to be careful about that too. Let's try again. Oh, that was a little better. Let's try again. Oh, once more. That's 3 out of 3, really 4 out of 4, but the first one hits a crack, so we're gonna stop while we're ahead. Okay, so as I said, we're gonna stop while we're ahead, and that one would have been about a gut shot there. So, and it's stuck in a cross grain too. So, man, look at there. I gotta say, I picked this thing up just on a whim because I thought, you know what? I've done one Milwaukee knife review. Everybody seemed to like that. I'll try a different one, and honestly, I like this one even better. It's not made in the USA, it's one downside, but it's made in the country of Taiwan. I like that. They are our ally. And I like saying the country of Taiwan too, because anyway, I'll leave it at that. I mean, for $16, this would not be a bad knife to have in an emergency kit. It's lightweight, it's very functional. It did all that nice stuff that I needed it to do. I mean, I beat it, I carved with it, I struck with it. It's balanced. It's man, I gotta say, I think once again, folks at Milwaukee have not let me down. And you know, certainly it could use a better sheath, but just for something to stick in a go bag or stick in your toolbox, to have a knife that's not only able to cut insulation, but it's just a good stinking knife. It's really nice to find a knife, I think, a tool that is budget priced, but that is very, very functional. You just can't go wrong with that, in my opinion. So that's the Milwaukee Smooth Edge 6-inch insulation knife. And you know, they're not sponsoring me, they're not paying me, nothing like that. I picked this up at Home Depot, like I said. But so anyway, I hope this video has been helpful and somewhat interesting. I really appreciate you watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.